Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There's a companion book by Barbara Moore. There's a website, llewellyn.com, there at the bottom if you're interested. Feel free to freeze the frame if you need to for the information if you would like it. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. There's a website for them, rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as an apple, U as an umbrella. So if you are interested, feel free to enjoy. Feel free. Like I had to tell you. But what do we have for Scorpio? What are you doing? Reward is at the bottom. So, this is your reward, though, not somebody else's. Yours. So let's keep that in mind as we keep going forward. I'm almost annoyed. Why? Does somebody else think they're going to get something that they don't? I almost feel like, see, because your energy doesn't seem to be concerned with this other person, and I don't see a negative energy between you and this person. But there's a reward here that is supposed to be yours. And I feel like they're giving a challenge card here. The Trust and the Four of Wands are the challenge card. It's somebody I feel like you just assume they're on your side. And usually they are. This might be one of those odd moments, you know, where people just act, they call it the moon warble sometimes, where it's people, maybe they're usually good, maybe they're usually on your side, maybe they're usually very supportive, but this is going to be one of those moments where they're just, somebody here is just not, they're not on the level. Somebody's just not on the level. I don't know, they have something in their head, they want what they want. It's okay that they want an opportunity of their own, but they can't be taking yours. This very much feels like all's fair in love and war sometimes, which I am not a fan of. I don't like that idea. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think all is fair in love and war. I'm just going there. I just really don't. I feel like that's where people end up in problem, and then we have a lot of karma once we start playing by those rules. Just saying. Like, you gotta live how you gotta live, but you're gonna get a lot of karma from it, and you're not gonna like it, but do what you gotta do. Somebody's blocked. They want what they want. This might be a temporary moment. I want to be careful how I pull this forward. Because they're like, I gotta have what I gotta have. They're very upset about something. And it's almost like they're looking at you like you have too much and they have too little. Yet that's not your fault. I would equate this to kind of like, if you have a house and they have a house, and you put a lot of work into your house and take care of it, and make sure it's very nice, and they just don't, you have a lot because you put a lot of effort into having what you have. Nobody's giving it to you, you're making that happen. And they don't have a lot because they're not making it happen. So there's nothing to feel bad for there, but there may be a distorted moment where they feel like you have all this stuff and they don't have very much, but they're not putting in the effort you're putting in to get it. You put in a lot of effort to make that happen. So it's justifiably yours. You didn't take anything from them or anybody else, quite frankly. You just simply put in the work to make it happen. But there's a distorted, it may be temporary. I don't know why it's happening. Like, I've seen this happen with people before, where they get a head cold and they take the wrong medication and they get really just weird for a while. I mean, it does seem temporary. I'm just like, why is it temporary? I don't know. Could be astrological. I don't know. It's temporary here, and somebody's caught up in their own head. They're very upset. I don't think you're aware of it, because it's like, I think it's happening all in their head. It's like imagining enemies, something like that. It's weird. I'm just trying to understand why it's happening. Like, I have heard of people having like sinus infections that become like an issue, and they get a little bit off the side for a while. I have heard of that, so I don't know if that's something going on here, but somebody's just, it's temporary, but they're just not right. They're just not right for a minute. I don't know what to say. They're very upset. They feel like they need to get something different. They need to make a big change. They're not in the right frame of mind. I don't know what's going on. I know it's a general read, but it's very concerning to me. Because this person, whatever they're doing, and are you even picking up on this? I feel at some point you're going to realize that they're a little bit off-center, but maybe not realizing how off-center they are. Something's not right. And I feel like maybe that's the point of this reading more than like how they're going through this mental situation, because they're not going to take anything from you. They're not. But I do feel like maybe this reading is for you to realize that something isn't right here. And whatever they're doing, it's almost like, I'm going back to the medication thing. Sometimes if you mix medications, that can be very bad. That's why you talk with your pharmacist before you do that. Even though they may think it's simple, they might be mixing medications or something that's really harmful. It's not good. It looks like it's temporary. But I'm getting this Two of Pentacles with the finding a mentor. I feel like once you see it, they're saying don't look at this like this isn't going to happen again. Something isn't right with this person. And they're making a choice that's, I don't think they're realizing what they're doing to themselves. Another connection I'm going to say is like sometimes people take medication and then have alcohol, and they don't think it's a big deal. And maybe they're not realizing how much that's really, like, that can be very dangerous. Some people just kind of fluff that off like it's not a thing. It's a thing. And sometimes the simplest medications can make the biggest problems. I don't know. I'm getting something isn't right here. I think that's what this is about. Like, somebody's acting weird. It's very temporary. I don't think that you're over connecting to it, but they're saying take it a little bit more seriously and realize that something's not right with this person. They're acting out of character because they're doing something that's not right, and it needs to be addressed. It could become a bigger problem later. It could end up a permanent problem later if we're not careful. I think they're just trying to put this out to you so you're aware of it, because I think this is somebody that you very much care for. You've got the Ten of Cups for this person, and I feel like they might annoy you a little bit. You may see them like being a little jealous, or they might just like kind of like almost like if you're in a relationship, maybe they hit on your partner and you're like, what is wrong with you? Like, what like, why would you do that? My partner has no interest in you, and hello, you're my friend or you're my relative. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? It's out of character. It's like way out of character for them. But this is somebody you definitely care about. Something's not right. Something's not right that needs to be addressed. Don't just handle it quickly and move on. They're saying this is a long-term issue. Because I feel like you'll address it and be like, hey, knock it off. That's ridiculous. Like, you're being weird. Stop it. But there's something else wrong here. It's like a precursor that something else is wrong here. This isn't something they're going to want to address. Even if you point it out, even if, like, for example, you saw them take this medication and then you saw them take a couple drinks and you're like, wow, they're acting like a wacko now. That's obviously not good. Don't do that again. They don't want this advice, but they need to take it. They don't want this advice. Something they're doing is not good. Something they're doing is not good. It's bothering me. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Like, you can't live this person's life for them. I feel like, though, they're trying to get you to take this seriously, and maybe it's more about you talking to somebody else and getting other people to help you, like, show this person, like, what they're doing is not good. They're starting to head down a very bad road. Because I feel like the opportunity doesn't feel good to me. Opportunities are not always good. It could be an opportunity for disaster. Because that's where I'm feeling this is going. And it's like they're headed in this bad direction, and they don't seem to be able to pull out of it on their own. It may take a couple people to, like, really wake them up and be like, hey, stop doing that. That's not okay. Like, you're going to cause major problems. Whatever they're doing, they need to abandon it. And that's the goal. For them to realize that a lot of people feel like what they're doing is wrong and they should stop. Something isn't right. I think you're going to have to call on other people. I don't think it's just you. I think you're going to need some support here. Not in the sense of, like, this person, like, it's not like you can't, I don't know how to explain this. Like, there has to be other people keeping an eye on this, and reminding this person, and like giving them other influence of like, what you're doing is not a good idea. What you're doing could cause long-term damage. What you're doing is not necessary. It's something like that. Because I feel like you're willing to work on this, but I don't feel like this is a project you can do by yourself and be successful. I don't feel like it would be successful. You have to pull in some other people with you. You need some support. Something isn't right here. And all I can keep saying is that I feel like before the year is out, which I'm surprised I'm giving a time frame. Before the year is out, it's going to be pass or fail with whatever's going on. Before the year is out, it's going to be pass or fail. Something isn't right here. Somebody's doing something they should not be doing, and that's all I can get. I know it's a general read, but they're saying when this person does something, I feel like you just address it quickly, and you're like, that's nuts. What's wrong with you? Stop it. But like realize that's a bigger problem. That's a heads up to a bigger problem, especially if it's like a jealousy thing where it's like you have a really nice house and they don't take care of their house, and they're like, it's not fair that you have all these nice things and I don't. And you're like, well, I work for these things. I put in the effort for these things. How about you put in the effort and you'll have nice things too? It's kind of like ridiculous that they're saying this, but it's like they're saying this weird moment, this out of character moment. It's a highlighting that something else is really wrong here. And they're saying, bring other people into this so that this person has a chance to pull themselves up. I almost said pull their head out of their butt, but I guess I did now, so there you go. I don't know, it's pass or failed by the end of the year is what I'm getting. I don't know, I hope that's helpful. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.